Hi, I'm Brian. This is your rundown for the WNBA games on June 6, 2023. This is my first video. If you are watching this, do me a favor. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, give me a little support. Let me get this growing a little bit, and I could use your support for that. So I'm going to try to shoot these every day. When I do shoot them, it's going to be for the next day, so I am looking at these games the night before. I'm going to handicap these the same way I do the regular NBA games. And we're just going to kind of go from there, see how we do. I'm pretty good in the NBA, so I hope to be pretty good in the WNBA. But let's take a look. You be the judge. I'm just going to put them out, and you decide. So let's go right into it. They got three games. Got the Aces against the UConn Sun. Now, obviously, the Aces, they come in here. If you've been watching the Aces, they've been playing well, scoring a lot of points, and they're undefeated right now. They did have a tough time against the Fever in their last game, but they did come back in the fourth quarter, and they did win. They did not cover the spread, 15 points. That was a huge spread. They couldn't get it covered, but they do get the W. UConn Sun played the Dallas Wings, and they pushed it. The line ended up on 6, and they did win by 6. They beat the Wings by 6 in their last contest. They do stay at home. The Aces are coming in. Now, this is the first of a back-to-back. They're both going to play each other twice here. In this first game, the Aces are favored by 6 right now. And now, because of the limp against the Fever in the last game, you might think that the Aces could be tripped up by the Sun because the Sun are playing well. They've only lost one game. But I think otherwise. I think you're going to see the Aces come in. They're going to recover from that little stumble against the Fever. I think they're coming over the top here against the UConn Sun. If I was betting this game tonight, which I'm not, but if I was, I would take the Las Vegas Aces. Now let's go to the total. The total is 167 right now. And as I mentioned a little while ago, the Aces are scoring a lot of points. So this total is high for a reason. Is the game going to go over? Now, I handicapped it, and by my numbers, and look, I have been wrong, but my numbers show this coming in a couple of points less than the total. I'm not going to bet the total because it's very tight, but if I was going to bet it, I would definitely shade it under, but I don't think that's a good bet in this game. I think the better bet is with the Aces minus the 6. Okay, that's game one. Game two, Fever coming out after losing to the Aces in the final couple of minutes of that game. They're going to play the Chicago Sky. Sky, a huge underdog to the Liberty. They beat the Liberty in the last game. They come home. They play the Fever in Chicago. And so the Chicago Sky favored by 6 in this game. Consequently, also same as the Aces. So here's what I think. It's a tough read. It's a tough read because the Fever have been playing well. But and I will tell you this. The Fever have covered 5 straight against the Sky. 5 straight as big dogs they've covered. So they stayed inside the number as dogs against the Sky 5 straight games. However, they laid it all on the line against the Aces. I think you may see the Fever come into Chicago flat. I think they may have trouble scoring, and I think they may have trouble keeping pace with the suddenly surging Chicago Sky. I think the Sky are going to run away with this game. I think they're going to cover the 6. I think that's a good bet. Now, I'll be honest, 159.5 is the total. If I was going and looking at this total, the Sky is going to score some points, but I don't know that the Fever can keep pace. I would shade under on this. It's not a bet for me, but I would lean under on this. Probably a little better than the previous game that I just mentioned, but that's how I would go in this game. Now, let's move on to the last game. Sparks, LA Sparks, facing the Storm, Seattle Storm. Now, they just played in LA. They're in Seattle for this game. LA beats them by 7 in the previous game. LA now favored by 2.5 or 3, whatever your book is, on the road against Seattle. I think this, close game, tough game, hard-fought battle, but I just think the positioning favors Seattle in this game, and I would take Seattle plus the 3 if you can get it. 2.5, fine. It was at 3.5 a little while ago. I definitely feel like the Storm is the play in this game, so that's what I think on that. Now, I don't have a play on the total. I didn't see it clear enough, but I do like the Storm enough to probably put a play on them in the morning. Whatever you do, good luck. Appreciate you watching. Again, if you're still watching to the end, appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Give me some support. I want to grow this channel. Thank you.